Yes, we got it.
We did it. We got it. And just to be clear, even if Afreeca Freecs Red win 3-0, there is no chance that they go to the playoffs.
Ah, my bad.
Right. But it would put LW Blue in relegation and not them.
There you go.
But they have to win 3-0. It's going to be
tough.
An uphill battle for sure.
Yeah. Well, here we are, right off the bat on Garden. We'll see what LW Blue decides to pull out. Right now, Flower sitting on the Genji, but we might see him swap to that Pharah. Meanwhile, on the Afreeca Red side of things, still deciding what they're going to play. It looks like Take This is going to grab the Diva.
And, of course, they will not be playing a Reinhardt. So, typical from Afreeca Red, although they are going to go with a Soldier, which is something that they have put less of an emphasis on traditionally. And LW Blue going with a dive composition of their own. And they really like to run Luna on the Zenyatta.
Genji battles right off the bat, and Flower's going to win that one. I mean, it's like we were saying, Ty Dollar, he's a good Genji, but he's not one of the top Genjis. There goes the tune. So both DPS out of the way immediately for LW Blue, and looks like they're going to have a really strong position on the point early on as Afreeca Red resets. One
of the things that we really traditionally praise LW Blue on ever since this team formed up with these 6 members at IEM Gyeonggi has been their target selection. And they are so good at communicating on an initial dive, especially when they have Luna on the Zenyatta and can use that Discord Orb to immediately eliminate a target. That time, Ty Dollar goes down very early on, and they make it look easy.
Well, I mean, when you've got that Zenyatta too, it makes it really tough to play something like the Winston and the Zarya because you don't have a lot of ways to prevent the orb from coming in. LW Blue winning this skirmish as well. The tune goes down after Lagerman, and Afreeca Red probably going to have to back up and reset as soon as Sabiolbi cleans up the point.
Yeah, making it look easy right now. Sabiolbi mowing everybody down. Luna staying safe on the backside of the fight. And
I mean, Afreeca Red snuck in there and nearly flipped it, but so LW Blue, you could say might want to pay a little bit closer attention to the point, but still an easily won fight to say near about 50 control % right now.
Even if it does flip, as long as you take out most of their members, you just turn back and deal with that issue.
Transcendence coming in as the Nano Boost goes on to take this. Afreeca Freecs Red trying to blow their ultimates to take the point back. Ty Dollar solo taken out by Flower and his Dragon Blade. And LW Blue just, again, making this look so simple.
I mean, great work there. Navi decided to...
Insult to injury at the end there. Sabiolbi decides to toss his Pulse Bomb onto Lagerman.
So right at the start of that fight, we see Afreeca Red attempting to really aggressively jump in onto their opponent by nano boosting. Take This as Winston. But as soon as that happened, Luna props Transcendence. You can't get a lot of damage down with that Tesla gun. And then as soon as that's over, they chain it directly into the sound barrier for the team fight win.
All right, Attune throws his own Pulse Bomb out, misses everyone, though. They do get the kill on Nemeko. Not a bad start. Meanwhile, Ty Dollar does get a couple kills himself. Attune takes out a few, so finally, Afreeca Red winning a fight. They're going to take the point and get the control % building for themselves.
Yeah, did have to use a few ultimates, couple there, but not overly zealous in blowing their entire ult bank early on. Yeah. LW Blue may take them a little bit of time here, but fortunately they've got many % to work with.
Nemeko has to deal with the dive. Sound barrier really early from Afreeca Red, actually. And there's a Graviton Surge as the sound barrier ends. Where's the follow-up? There it is. Quartermain gets a knock-off, actually, onto Sabiolbi. Must have caught him without his recall. Janus with the Primal Rage just pushing Afreeca Red back. And they haven't flipped the point yet, though.
That could have been so bad for Afreeca Red, but instead, as soon as that comes in, really big props to Quartermain right there for booping the Tracer off the edge. She was so close. Sabiolbi was very close to getting that Pulse Bomb and maybe being able to jam it in there before the crowd control end, but no damage, no follow-up, and that's just a wasted Graviton now thanks to Quartermain.
Sure. Flower and the rest of LW Blue trying to fight back, and Ty Dollar one of the first to fall. They do lose Mako again, who seems to be dying early in a lot of these fights. Primal Rage, oh boy. Super Monkey Ball in the hallway. Take This gets 2 with his Primal Rage, and Afreeca Red managing to hold the point. Yeah, LW Blue just going to reset, but they have to get back there in a hurry.
Sabiolbi holding onto his Pulse Bomb, though. Flower will have a blade up for this next fight. Again, they do not have a nano boost with this composition, but can keep them alive instead with the Transcendence. Here we go.
Yeah, Dragon Blade time. Flower looking for one, gets quarter main immediately. Afreeca Red on the run. Whoa, Flower though takes out Navi. Both supports going down.
All right, you got enough, Doa. Got both the supports.
So.
They're going to have to back off right now. Lagerman just trying to get up into that Graviton Surge range. Going to fire it around immediately and catch everybody on the pillar, but that's not going to do anything.
Afreeca Red's just not going to get back to the point in time. And that's that. Well, you know what I dream of? I dream of a day when the team named Red is red and the team named Blue is blue, but it looks like today is not the day. Not yet.
Maybe we'll get lucky on the next map, though.
Maybe. We'll see. Afreeca Red, rough start for them.
At least they brought it back. It looked like it may have been snowballing into a pretty decisive LW Blue victory, but they had some nice team fights, were aware of the positioning of the enemy team. They were watching for the Pulse Bomb during that Graviton Surge and stopped the damage coming in from the Tracer, so ends up working out all right.
Afreeca Red now going to try to tie things up here on Night Market. Flower on the Tracer this time. Sabulbi on the Roadhog. So a little bit of swaps. Meanwhile, in Afreeca Red, not really too much changing going on.
They're going to be they're going to be running with the Tracer and the Genji. So going with this dive composition, and they sort of swapped it up this time around. Meanwhile, LW Blue will be running the Tracer for harassment and dueling with the Toon and triple tank there as well. Worth noting. Right now, Flower with a pretty big ult advantage from harassing the flanks.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the point does go over to Afreeca Red. In the beginning, LW Blue advancing now. And it looks like they might just back off and let... Oh, they're going in. Okay. We're backing off. Now going back in again to Toon. Very close to the Pulse Bomb, but the first one from Flower already claims two. What a start for LW Blue. Man, he built that so fast.
And they're playing really well around Janus' shield. The thing is, they don't need to walk in there because they're the only one with a Reinhardt. So as long as nobody's flanking them, they can just stay in that doorway and deal an immense amount of damage from behind the Reinhardt shield, get a pick, and then make the play they need. And that's exactly what they do. Wait for the Pulse Bomb to grab two.
Hello.
There's a split spot for you, and then advance after that. So patient play, and this is what happens. And Take This is actually going to play Reinhardt, the rarity for Afreeca Red.
Wow. Yeah, well, I think it is time. You needed to at least break back into the middle ground on Night Market anyway.
I think it's very hard to hold that point on Night Market if you don't have a Reinhardt.
On Nanoblade time, Ty Dollar. Meanwhile, Nano Boost over onto Mako, and there's the Sound Barrier. Nice sleep dart onto Ty Dollar. They're going to try to protect him, but there's a big Earth Shatter coming in. Atune gets a kill onto Janus with the Pulse Bomb. Meanwhile, Zarya battles before Mako decides to disengage. Quartermain on the point, but he's the only one, and Afreeca Red not going to take the point back this time.
Not at all. LW Blue sticking with it for now. Got a bit dicey there when Janus went down early, but the chain CC enough on the nano-boosted Genji to force a few switches right now. So Tidala will be taking over the reins of the Tracer, and Atune now on that McCree, attempting to shut down the backline threat of that Tracer.
Oh, it's the Graviton Hog. Meanwhile, Flower picks up Lagerman with the Pulse Bomb. Sabulbi looking for another pick, who barely misses Tidala there. Still, solid defense coming in from LW Blue. They've got the spawn pretty much covered.
I like the switch to McCree from Afreeca Freecs Red if LW Blue was running that Tracer, because if you're only running the Tracer to flank, it's very easy for McCree to hit that flashbang, take her out, and then charge the enemy composition. So Flower's going to switch as well.
Janus was in a little bit of trouble, but he managed to escape. Nice shield, nice heals. Lagerman jumps in behind, though, drops the Graviton Surge, doesn't pick up really anybody besides Janus, though. And there's no follow-up. That is really rough for Afreeca Red. They're going to try to send in Ty Dollar. He's on the Tracer. He gets one with the Pulse Bomb. Nano Boost not claiming anything else. Meanwhile, though, Afreeca Red does manage to sneak the point back.
For how long? Re-engage coming in. Charge going to find its mark.
Not long, it looks like. Not long at all. 96, and it looks like that may just be it. Overtime somehow started, but nobody there to keep it going, and LW Red will win a pretty quick 2-0 here on Lijiang Tower.
I mean, that last part was convincing. I like the Tracer mind games there. It is, if you have only that single Tracer, swapping over to the McCree can be an instant shutdown, because you know the Tracer's going to be flanking alone, so you hit one flashbang, you get that kill.
Sure.
And when you saw the McCree shift on the side of AF Red, and they were still running that Tracer, then you saw the McCree shift on the other side too to LW Blue. So, like